Are you ready?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so you're from Jersey originally. Can you talk about like maybe pivotal moments that have shaped your life from growing up in that culture?
Well, like the culture of Jersey. I mean, I'm from Bergen County, so you know, it's a wealthy county for sure. So there's a lot of like houses and there's apartments, and you know, I feel like what comes with money is activities. You know, positive and negative. You know, it kind of just attracts a dollar and shit. So I was able to kind of take elements of the environment that I grew up in and, you know, apply it to like different things, you know, when I travel the world and shit. When coming from Jersey to New York and then going to LA, going to Japan or Paris or some shit. So I just take elements of where I'm from and my experiences and apply it to different things. So I guess that was a pivotal moment.
What are some of the elements though, like specifically from Jersey?
I mean, just like the wit, you know, like the wit, like the charisma, you know,
the hustling.
You know, the hustle, that type of shit.
Yeah. What were you into aesthetically growing up, like maybe middle school ages?
Middle school?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even take it back before middle school, I used to watch like Fox Kids and like WB11 and shit like that, and you know, like Good Times and you know, fucking Fresh Prince and shit. So like that's what I grew up on, you know, shit like that. But then even like high school and shit, or middle school more or less, was like motherfucking, you know, mixtape shit, internet shit, like LimeWire, and like finding like freestyle videos from like people all the way in like the UK, like Dizzy Rascal and Crazy Titch and shit like that, you know. So I always kind of been like.
You were into like the MTV like era, like the music video
like
era.
The Diary and Making the Band and all that shit. Like
so what specifically, like who were some of the artists that impacted you the most?
I mean,
like 50. I mean, I guess he wasn't like MTV, like
but that
music
era,
video
like,
era.
Like Junior era and shit, that was big as fuck, you know. That was like an older, I felt like the more Dipset shit, you know, just because like naturally, like that's what was like more available and appealing to me.
Scott is a man of action.
And then like, I was saying shit like that.
Yeah. Okay, so you talked about like going to your uncle's art gallery a lot, like growing up, and how that really inspired you into your career. Can you talk about how specifically though you got into artist management? No, I researched.
You researched that?
I researched you. I researched.
I mean, that was like kind of like my high school, college. When I was in high school, you know, I was going to school, but like I lived a whole different life at like 16 and 17. You know, from like 3 to maybe 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon to 3 in the morning and shit. What's up? You know, some shit like that. How you feeling? Okay. I mean, going to Tribeca and seeing like the gallery and all that shit. That shit was like, you know, like my boot camp, like my college, like where I gained my experience and my ability to socialize.
That's gotta be kind of crazy though, like for someone like me, like growing up in Mississippi, you know, watching Cribs and stuff like that, it's like so unattainable, but for you it's like you're in like the heart of that. And
yeah, it was definitely a privilege for sure, you know, like to be around for a lot of different things like that. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Made me who I am today for sure.
So how do you specifically get into artist management?
What's sort of like this?
Kind of just like assuming a position because I wasn't the actual talent.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. And I wasn't brave enough to go ahead and rap with everybody else. I was good at like finding beats and like coming up with ideas and plans and shit. And that kind of just took on a whole life of itself too.
Yeah. Like how did you know that though? Like as far as like what point in your life?
About what point?
Like what point in your life were you like, you know, this is my skill set and this is what a manager is or something, you know? Did you ever get to that point or?
I mean, I was just like playing a role, but it was more than just managing, like, you know, like as I figured out it was like marketing and like creative direction, you know, executive producing and like shit like that, you know. I'm still learning as I go now. I learn more and more every day.
Yeah.
How I can delegate, you know, certain roles and responsibilities.
Let me show you the thing.
Trying to get multiple things done at once.
I also feel like that you're really into like the nurturing side of management, as far as like you really care about your artists and like these people that don't have a platform necessarily, and you want to see them eat. Like, where did that nurturing side come from for you?
I mean, I love people, you know what I'm saying? And I hate people at the same time, but I love people for the most part. You feel me? There's certain people that I gravitate towards and like actually build like relationships with.
What I was thinking of doing was
friendships and brotherhoods with, you know. Like, I don't like to work with everybody, you know, but the people that I have in my circle, like, you know, I understand what's going on. Like, I feel like I'm around like a bunch of legends. Like, they're gonna talk about us in the future and shit.
rectangle shape rather than like.
I don't know. I just do it out of like genuine respect for like their craft and how they handle themselves as individuals.
Yeah. So you also talked in one of your interviews about like the fact that what you see in young artists are like moral principles, like what their moral principles are. What are some of your moral principles?
You know, like some of my principles is just like, you know, just certain etiquette as people, like, you know, when you address like a man or a woman, you know, or whoever, you know, an individual, you know, treat them with the utmost respect and, you know, care about their time and how they do things, you know, just how you treat people in general, you know, kind of goes along with if you like a shitty person and you don't really got no motherfucking good moral compass or something like that. I don't really know how I can deal with just any situation.
Yeah. Okay, so bonus question, I ask everyone this question. Where is your favorite place to eat? Do you have like a little low-key spot that people wouldn't know about?
I mean, I got a couple different spots. Like if I'm eating Italian, you know, I'm gonna go over to La Bella Vita. If I want, you know, some if I'm in the Lower East Side, I want some Caribbean food, I'm gonna go to Pepsi. If I want some wings real quick, I might go next door to Last Sight. El Porto. Shit. I like cuts and slices too, they good.
I don't know if it's like all the traction.
What's up, man? Yeah, that's about it though. Couple different spots.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.